If you're a listener of From the Mouths of Madness podcast, I can only assume that you're also a diehard fan of horror movies like myself. My name is Matt Balea, and I own a company called To Die For. We make custom horror-inspired designs for shirts and much more. From original to exclusive content, we can get you whatever it is your dark heart might desire. Check us out at www.todieforshop.com. That's the number 2, die, the number 4, shop.com. Enjoy the show.
The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors. Listeners, beware.
Man, I'll tell you, like 2024 has really been, kicking out this new style of Final Girl, like how the Final Girl is evolved is as a character from, because it was kind of stagnant since it became a thing.
Yeah.
Like Jamie Lee Curtis, late 70s.
They just kind of evolved the Final Girl.
Yeah. I'm saying it's finally because like it stayed the same. I felt like in obviously this, going into the 80s where the big boom of the Final Girl was and the slashers took over. It didn't really change in the 90s. 2000s was just kind of a bad run of horror at times, and what they did do in the 2000s, I think, is they made the Final Girl more badass out of the gate.
Or you discover shit like, oh, you fucked up. You didn't know this about
going into late 2000s into the teens, right? So that was kind of an evolution, but it was just still playing off the same thing, like caught unaware and getting in some shit that
I always call it the Ripley factor now. Where like literally like it's not a situation they want to be in, but they're not going to fucking go cry in a corner and get killed.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're not going to luck out to be like, someone's going to save them the last moment. Like they're going to control like their own destiny.
Or if they are scared, just how they handle it a different way. Like, we look at the evolution of say like Maxine and going through like Mia Goth, and specifically going through X and Maxine, right? There were times in X more so than Maxine where she showed that she was afraid. Yeah. Right. And Mia Goth playing Pearl, and is completely different character, same thing. Like Pearl was just afraid of being left, of being alone, of just no one knowing who she was, not being a star, and all this stuff. So it's like they kind of switched where the fear was coming from.
I like though that they lean on how Maxine uses the trauma from fucking the experiences in X. And it's like fuck that. Like I'm not going through that shit anymore.
And then as we saw in Long Legs, that was a whole different take on Final Girl.
Oh yeah.
Like that was
she was so involved and didn't know it, and then she's like, "You gotta fucking step up."
Yeah, and when she found out, I don't feel like there was a spot in that movie where she, like halted, there were times when she saw what was happening, and then she's like, "Oh shit!" But she kept moving towards the thing. I don't feel like that character never slowed down, right? And that's different, right? Because Final Girls, even though they make it to the end, they still like need to hide, catch their breath, like get their what am I fucking gonna do next?
There's a good example at the beginning of Maxine where she's put in a situation and where like, what do you do? And she's like, oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, and takes control of the situation in a very, very painful fucking way.
That was terrible. But you also have like Barbarian.
Oh yeah,
she's a fucking badass.
Again, I mean, right? Like she's like, okay, we're working together just as long. He's like, oh, I'm a piece of shit. Yeah, and she's like, okay, well, die, piece of shit. And
she's even telling just long, hey, suck it up, drink the goddamn bottle.
Or the only survivor of the fucking island, in the menu where she pretty much outsmarts Ray Fonz, where she's just like, I'm gonna do a burger and then get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
And he's like, I guess you're not part of the marshmallow roast, but just I wouldn't even say outsmarts, but she just figures out what to do, and it's not she lucks out. She controls destiny, kind of like Maxine does.
And we even saw the OG, at least in my opinion, Final Girl switch her tactics when we got Halloween 2018.
Yep.
She was never running in the movie. You found at the end, she's like, oh, I got you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that was, again, a completely different twist on the OG slasher Final Girl, right? So we've just seen this, how they're making it to it's not boring. They're trying to switch it up, and they're giving us something that we can sink our teeth into that's just fresh, right? Or fresh. Fuck.
There you go.
Whole girl party just for fucking that dude up. Sebastian, dude, that was amazing, right?
That's so funny. Yeah, fresh. Oh yeah, also fresh.
Also fresh. So no, it's really exciting, and it's kind of cool to see where they're going to go. As long as directors and writers keep trying to break new ground with that. So, and if they keep doing that, we could another 20 years of Final Girls.
Yeah,
without because the OG style Final Girl did get a little stale.
Yeah.
It was just cookie cutter.
Hey, you survived.
Yeah,
Here's
exactly.
Yeah.
So tonight on the chopping block, we will be talking about 2024's MaXXXine. I am Lowdown.
F.U. Honor. What's up, you ball stomping bitches?
God, fuck that goddamn
Squish.
scene.
Squish.
Dude, I saw that shit with Matt from To Die For, and we both just like lunged forward. Like I felt like that lower gut pain, like you have to take a shit when you get hit in the balls. Yeah. It was like all that.
It's the close-up.
Yeah.
You know what she's going to do.
Oh, and
you go, okay,
ruptured, dude.
I get the idea. And then Ty West goes,
yeah.
Let's put a close-up on
Yeah,
there.
we just see exploded ball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why am I scared of heels now?
God
damn.
Oh, dude. Oh, it's so bad. All right, before we dig any further in this film, I please ask that you like, comment, rate, review, share, subscribe across all the social spaces. There we go. So I won't make fun of them as much anymore, but the social stuff.
The social things.
The socials.
The internet.
Like the outsiders, the socials.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn. All right. So, we finally got the trilogy. It was supposed to come out, the final chapter in the trilogy of Ty West with, I guess we call it the X trilogy. Is that what's being called since X came out first?
I think so, yeah.
Because it's not the Pearl trilogy.
Yeah.
It's got to be the X. And it's really not the MaXXXine trilogy. So it's like the X trilogy.
Yeah.
It's the Mia Goth trilogy.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's the Mia Goth trilogy.
Goth trilogy.
We were supposed to actually get this film last year. If you remember our Best of 22, looking forward to 23, that was one of our looking forward to in 2023.
Well, they were just taunting us like, might come out, maybe not.
Yeah, the writer's strike. And
they kept dangling
and the actor's strike.
And that pushed a lot of movies that they're like, okay, we got to stretch out the fucking schedule. Hence,
and some movies weren't being made.
Right, but I'm saying A24 was like, okay, we don't really have anything on the slate for early summer now.
I don't think it was done. Like, I don't think it was finished.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I
mean, dude, like, shit stopped.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like it wasn't done.
There's something really cool that, like, I would put this more in, like, a thriller category than a horror compared to X.
A thriller with horror elements.
But
yeah,
this seems almost like, I felt like I was watching, like, a Brian De Palma 80s movie. Like, Ty West really appreciates and like, has homage to all these different directors, and like you had that feeling of Texas Chainsaw with X. I had the feeling De Palma watching this.
Yeah, early De Palma.
Yeah, I'd say like Dress to Kill, something like that.
Oh, Dress to Kill, so good.
Yeah, but just the cutaways.
Do it.
What?
Do it.
Michael Caine killing people with a wig.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
I once met this man from Burma.
Yeah.
He did not like my wig.
A wig the size of a ruby.
Sorry, folks. Can't help it. Michael Caine's amazing. He's glorious. He's one of the best. He's a fucking treasure.
Ty West injects 80s fucking all over the fuck with the music, the style.
Okay, the music is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
There's so many, like, I wasn't expecting ZZ Top.
Yeah.
But it came out and they was Give Me All Your Lovin', and she was just fucking, after she handed it to those people, it's like, you really want to cast me? You know what I mean? Like, I'm the best I'm the best person here. And, But one of the biggest things that when she's working she goes to her second job outside, she makes the movies and then she works the peep show booth. Dude, that was the first, like, inkling I got of, okay, there's going to be some giallo stuff in here. Man in a trench coat, black gloves, black hat. You see him from behind. You don't see the face.
The color scheme.
That was all red in there.
Yep.
So red was the main color they went with, because in the video store, it was the same thing. That kill was mostly like a red neon sign.
Yeah.
Right? But again, all you saw from that character was the lower, like below the knee of the killer, and then the gloves. And it's just, that dude, that's like fucking elementary giallo. It's fucking awesome. Like, I'm like, oh shit. And of course it had to be a stabbing. Right?
You have to.
You have to do a stabbing. So that was one of the big things I saw in there too. So it was kind of crossing decades, right? Because I feel like giallo really got huge. A lot of giallo late 70s moving into the 80s, right?
Yeah.
So sorry, folks, if you hear anything in the background there. We're having some thunderstorms because fucking Virginia weather.
Spooky night.
I wish it was October and a thunderstorm.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck no, it's August, swamp nuts, thunderstorms. Yeah. Tons of shit. So anyway, if you hear any boom boom, sorry. But this movie goes through like I think multiple cycles of like the type of film it is, right?
Oh yeah,
because the end it feels almost like an action movie, like that final scene on the behind the Hollywood sign.
Like Last Boy Scout?
Yeah.
All right. I was going to see if you thought that
Dude,
way.
like, I mean, right? You're like, oh, shit, okay.
There's just all kinds of shit going out. People be taking the most incompetent cops ever. Jesus, man.
Oh, yeah, those cops were fucking
They
idiots.
suck.
When they showed up to the...
Hey, we'll protect you. And then last scene, we fucked up. Like, dude loses an eye. Or wait, no. He gets...
No, there was no...
The chick detective gets stabbed in the eye, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God, fucking...
Yeah, right in the eye. I think they wiggle it around a little bit.
Dude, they did. It was terrible.
Yeah,
it was like, fuck me.
And we're going to throw this out here real quick.
Yeah.
You got to infuse a little bit of 80s actor into an 80s movie. And so we get a little, holy shit, Kevin Bacon being the slimiest of slime and the silliest runner I have fucking ever seen.
Oh, his running was ridiculous. His running was insane.
It was like he was doing the complete opposite of Tom Cruise running, where it was like... It's so fucking stupid.
You know, I mean, you're probably like, man, you know, I get confused with Tom Cruise all the time, so I can't run like him.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
What would be? I don't
fuck
know.
was that?
He was so distracting. He was never going to catch up to her.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, you know, this reminded me of the horrible chase scene at the first episode of Obi-Wan when two men can't catch a little girl running.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
Just maybe we should try to run differently.
God damn. But yeah, 100%. That scene was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then because they're running through, so it's one thing is really cool is there's all these just amazing set pieces from these huge movies of the time period.
Oh man, I mean,
you know, obviously Bates Motel and the house, like
the house specifically because you know Maxine still has trauma from her experiences.
Exactly, she sees Pearl in her.
That was fucking
badass,
awesome. As she
So
looks
good.
at the house and right in that top window, right
man.
where Mother used to be.
Yes,
it's
well, she ran in there to hide.
Pearl. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
That was
later
awesome.
On.
Yeah,
But
later
she
on.
Sees,
No, I know, but like then she also enters the house and you see the stairway, and it's just like so fucking cool, man. It was so cool. Yeah, I really love that. And dude, those two marquees that they ran between when they had the chase scene, those marquees are both from something, and I am brain farting. I still can't figure out what they're from.
God damn it!
But I mean, you know, they're from some. God damn it! I
they
still know what they're
infuse a
from.
lot of like Hollywood culture, like it's almost like Once Upon a Time in
Hollywood,
Maxine's Hollywood.
Yeah, Maxine's Hollywood. Yeah, exactly. Such a callback to just old Hollywood, right? Because in the '80s there was still a lot of old Hollywood on the lot.
Yeah.
So we're talking '70s. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's probably still some early '60s shit on there. Like like I don't know where the original Psycho was filmed on a soundstage or in a location, but that could have been the same hotel.
Yeah.
Used for both films.
I think it actually is.
Yeah. And the same house. So it could have been from the first Psycho. So that means it was built in the 60s, which is fucking awesome. I'm not sure about that, folks. So check us on that.
I just love like her juggling. She gets the fucking part that she auditioned for.
Mm-hmm.
And simple things like, all right, well, now you're filming a horror movie. And like, we got to make a cast. And like, that would be hard for me to fucking do. And that's like, all right, you can't say anything, put the plaster on. I hope this doesn't bring out fucking trauma like a motherfucker. Bam, instantly.
The special effects chick wasn't thinking about that.
I know.
She was like, 10 minutes, sit still, we're good.
I'm just saying, realistically, like, just take some time, whatever's on your mind, just whatever pop up while you can't open your eyes or open your mouth or anything. Just, relax.
Well, no, she was breathing out of her mouth. She had a straw, remember? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing as open your mouth.
There have been actors in interviews that said that some of them had like huge problems with that.
No, it looks like it sucks ass.
Yeah, they needed something to. I think someone was smoking. They were able to I think maybe it was Kevin Bacon. Back when he smoked, it was somebody that said they had like a Medusa, like a not a Medusa, like a.
I can see like Jack Nicholson,
like a cigarette holder that went out really well past the.
Put a cigarette on the end.
Yeah. Just like fucking. So that was a really cool scene. So we see she's still vulnerable because she's still dealing with this. And this is what, 6 years? 5 years. It's 1985. So X was 1978, right? 77?
Yeah. So yeah, about
6 years, at least. Because I remember I swear it said 1985 because at the same time.
No, I think it is 85.
When this is happening, they incorporate reality, which I love when films do that and they get it right. When they incorporate the Night Stalker, and they incorporate the Night Stalker murders into the plot of Maxine. That was Ty West. God damn it, dude! Like, mwah, beautiful.
Did it right.
Beautiful.
Talking to you, American Horror Story. Yeah. Where they're like,
Why?
Ooh, we
Why'd
should do
you-
that. Because there's a right way to incorporate
Oh, you mean when you do a whole season called 1984 and you Never mind.
mystical flying
Never mind.
powers to the
Yeah.
Night Stalker bullshit?
Fucking
Whatever.
no, he was a dirty, gross, like he raped a grandmother.
Yeah.
Dude was fucking foul, okay?
I do want to bring up the other kind of cameo or supporting actor that surprised me. And what surprised me is the hair that he had, but goddamn fucking Gus from goddamn Breaking Bad as her agent.
Oh, yeah, his hair was terrible.
It was so distracting.
Oh, man.
It was so distracting.
Man. But he was a badass.
Oh, he was badass.
He was a badass.
Yeah, you learn he's not just an agent.
Dude,
Like,
Kevin Bacon's death was fucking
Yeah.
just,
But that's what
yeah.
I'm saying is it's not this like, I'm going to get you the part. It's also like, who's harassing
Yeah, who's
my
fucking
client?
with you? Who's
fucking with my client?
Yeah.
All right, well,
I got it. You go home, we'll clean up here.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, dude, he just
Dude,
handles
the
that
amount
shit, dude.
of blood was when he's going down because Kevin Bacon still thinks I'm a sleazy guy, but I can always talk my way out of
Nope.
it. And they're like, keep talking.
No,
It's coming down. It's coming down. Keep talking. Yeah, that's great. Just keep talking.
Oh, dude, all that blood, dude.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was so good. It was a really cool, very inventive death scenes.
Yeah.
In this film, I'll give him. I'll say that as well. She's juggling that. She knows somebody's after her. They kill like one of her best friend, like two friends she has gets killed.
Yeah, it
Like-
seems like, hey, I'm going to go to this party up in the hills. It's going to be awesome. Dead. Hey, did you hear about this other party up in the hill? Dead. Like,
She
stop.
lost three friends.
Well, yeah, because
two to the party.
The video clerk. Yeah.
Two to the party, one to the video clerk, and then just the actress that played in the first movie because she's doing the sequel, Puritan 2.
Yeah.
Oh, did you catch the similarities in the cover of the Puritan, where it's like the actress's face, and then there's all this like kind of red lining and coloring around it,
I
and then
missed
there's
that.
like images on. There's an image on the bottom. So basically, I don't know if you remember when Pearl came out, there was alternate artwork that I don't know if it was studio or whatever, but it's Pearl's head, and
Oh,
then there's
nice.
a bunch of. So when I saw it, I'm like, oh, it looks like that. And folks, I'll post that when the episode drops and all that stuff, just so you can kind of see the side by side. I thought it was an Easter egg. I could be completely fucking wrong, but it looked like it to me.
So do we get to the reveal?
Sure, let's go.
I thought hearing who was going to be in this movie, I thought Kevin Bacon was going to be the main overactor,
Mm-hmm.
but no, it's a big reveal.
Mhm.
It's Daddy,
No,
Daddy Preacher, and
which they introduce on the TV and X. Which
Yeah.
is, yeah.
But holy shit, his acting it's all at a 10.
Well, it's Stepfather, right?
Yeah, but it's still
Right. Yeah.
it's all at a
Oh, no,
10.
it's-
There is no
it's-
such thing as quietly saying anything.
No,
I will tell you every fucking thing he says.
he's preaching the
is
entire
at,
time.
Yeah,
Preaching the entire time.
volume 10, full max,
Mhm.
everything.
He's our Giallo killer.
Yeah.
So it was. So what they didn't show you was the collar on the other side. Maybe it wasn't a trench coat. Maybe it was just the robe.
Yeah.
Yes, that end scene was so fucking bananas.
Yeah.
Like I said, at that point it was comical, and then when the cops show up, it was from then on it was an action movie. Like 100%.
And that did throw me off a bit.
Yeah,
'cause-
right. It did.
Yeah.
But it was still.
Though you talking
I
about
still enjoyed it.
the very trustworthy cops that are going to help her through the whole entire process.
Yeah.
And then once she's at the place of the people that have been murdering, they fucking last like a minute.
Yep.
Yeah. We got you. Were you helping us with this case?
Pow pow.
Nothing's going to happen to you. Oh, we're fucking dead.
Well, they also know they were walking into a bunch of robed idiots with shotguns.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I mean that is.
But
Let's,
in the
let's be
same
fair. Let's be
instance,
fair.
You're trained to like be suspicious, especially
Yeah.
you're walking to an area where possibly multiple murders have happened, and you're like, yeah, we're fine.
And like, how I'm sure you can hear that trolley. How did the whole group that's outside not hear it go down and then come back up? Because there's no way the cops hiked it up there. At least I wouldn't.
That's true. I completely forgot about
Like,
that.
how did you not hear
Holy
the little
shit.
trolley thing?
The loud ass
Elevator.
thing,
Yeah. What the fuck? Sorry.
That's got to be weird for backup. Like, all right, everybody, all right, I guess 5 at a time. Get in there. We're coming.
Yeah.
They're
We'll
on
be
their
there, guys.
They're on their walkie. We're slowly making it up to
Oh,
because we get
fuck.
the aftermath, but it's
Mhm.
like after. We don't see the cops rolling up. Like I want to see 5 cops at a time going up that trolley thing up the fucking hill.
That's the
Son of a bitch.
It's the cut scenes.
Yeah,
It's going to be in the.
we'll be up
4K
there at
release.
least 3 to 4 minutes. You just wait. No more killing people.
Yeah. Oh, the payoff though with how that movie the tone changed was they actually show the shotgun blast. You're like, motherfucker
to the face,
dude. That was great practical effects, man.
Oh yeah,
yeah. No, yeah. And I feel like
better the face than the balls. That's what I
dude. I feel like we only saw him kill one of the girls. Remember, because both the girls went to the same party, but we only saw one of them.
Yeah, they
killed.
discover the short hair. I think the day after, and they're like,
they discover both the bodies at the same time. But like I know when we see the killing happening, I think it's just one of them. The other one's already dead, right? I think.
Yeah,
because that scene it wasn't a very long scene. You just kind of, or you might just, I think we might have just seen her get tortured. I don't know if we actually ever saw her get killed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Plus, how did they afford that house again? Man, just, I guess that's all Jesus money.
It's not like embezzling from the church doesn't happen.
I was going to say, I guess
I'm
that's,
just saying.
I mean, and in the 80s, there were a lot of embezzling going on. Jim Baker and all that.
I don't even know if they had a church that they had to pay for. Weren't they like tent evangelists?
I guess so.
So like you have no overhead.
Yeah.
It's just
like we just want to buy this house out.
Yeah.
Do you accept cash? Cha-ching.
Yeah.
and the homeowner didn't think it was weird that they brought up bags of cash. That seems normal.
It's fine. It's totally fine. Just no problems here. Man, I think that. I'm trying to think if we're missing anything about her story because okay, I will say the director of Puritan was a very integral part to Maxine, not only like overcoming the trauma of what had happened so many years ago, but dealing with the remnants of what's in her, fucking up her life now. Because she was like, there's a point where she's like, "Fuck this, I'm handling this shit." She was always telling us like, "I'm fixing this."
I was getting a little suspect of the director being involved, and I like that. That I was like, how do we know this bitch isn't also like because the placement of where she is to when the murders happen. Like, you just never know. And I like that I was guessing up till the, reveal at the end in the fucking holy house.
Yeah. But really what we see in this film is just the continuation and the growing determination that we got in X, and it just amplifies through this film as the film moves on.
Yeah.
Like, she's 100% stronger at the end than she was at the beginning.
And that last thing that she was running away from, shotgun blast. Yeah.
It's done.
That was it.
Done.
Like,
right?
Yeah.
And that was fucking awesome. It's done. So it was really cool because I think with Pearl coming out second, and I don't know if anybody else went in this and had to figure this out as they're watching it, with Mia Goth playing both characters and Pearl coming out second. So the last thing because I didn't rewatch anything before I went to see Maxine. The last thing you see is her as Pearl, and you're like, well, Pearl's fucking nuts. She's killing people. Maxine really only did it out of necessity.
Maxine just has a goal. That's that's her whole thing.
Like, she did some fucked up shit when she was younger, but her goal wasn't to continue to do fucked up shit.
Pearl had goals, but was crazy and would do anything to do it.
Yeah.
Maxine has goals and will not let anybody stop her, but she's not killing motherfuckers to get to those goals.
She knows that'll stop her.
She's just like, if someone's right in her fucking way, get out of my way. But I'm not going to fucking stab you in the face over and over again. I
feel like if I remember X correctly, the only time she hurt or killed was she get the fuck out of there.
She might have bagged up the car to get that head before she left.
Sure bitch was dead.
I understand, but I'm just saying
okay.
The bitch is gonna die.
The bitch tried to kill her with a shotgun.
But bitch is gonna bleed out.
Yeah.
And she's like, just a little bit. You know what? I got the gas. I got a couple minutes. Let's just back
I view that as
up.
just double tap, baby. That's just double tap.
Okay.
That's just a double tap.
I'm just saying that was a little bit of go fuck yourself. That was you fucking were laying next to me naked. It creeped me the fuck out. Your head doesn't need to exist anymore, all right?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
And in Maxine, the only time she's doing anything like murderous is, again, you're trying to fucking kill me.
Yeah.
And you kill my friends. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Right?
Because even the mugger, she just leaves him to,
Yeah. He was he was clearly gonna rape her. He said, "Take your fucking clothes off, right? Have a knife."
Look, and obviously this guy. Now maybe the movie hadn't come out because I don't know when The Untouchables came out, but he didn't follow Sean Connery's advice in that movie, which is they pull out a knife, you pull out a gun.
Yeah.
And see, he pulls out a knife.
She got a gun.
Put out a gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
He fucked up.
What did he say? But then he also said, "You pull out a gun, they pull out machine guns." So you forgot that part with Sean Connery too.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't think the movie came out, so I don't blame the mugger for not knowing his knowledge before trying.
Because I feel like that was
he fucked up though.
But that is a good call with what you mentioned earlier in the episode about Brian De Palma. I feel like I really don't know who else that if I'm going to try to think of it other than just Ty West making a really good film, I would just say, yeah, I think there's remnants of that. But you could go with the giallo part. There's remnants of Argento, or
it's a blending. Like that's the best way I could put it.
It is a blend. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, folks, it's going to wrap it up. But before we give you our final thoughts, I would ask that you please go to GOIPodcast.com and check out all the other shows on the network, as well as while you're there, go to our links tab, and under that, you've got our links to TeePublic, where all the merch is for all the shows under the network.
So many
tons
designs.
of shit.
So many
sales literally every weekend. Like it's not a holiday sale. It's not special. It's going to happen again the next weekend.
Get some fucking tote bags. Do it.
Fucking shit.
Get them tote bags. Use them all year round.
Stickers, magnets are fine, folks. But no, if you're a fan, if you're a person that like goes to fresh markets and shit and farmers markets, they'd be great.
Dude, I do need to get some magnets though. I keep forgetting about that.
Magnets.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Got to tattoo my car.
And oh yeah, that's true. And also hit us up at lowdownbrown.gui@gmail.com. Let us know any movies you want us to recommend. Let us know what you think about Maxine. If you agree with us, if you because we're gonna go over how we feel about the film and where it ranks in the movies trilogy for us. So let us know what you think. And also, again, email us movies that you want to hear us talk about. The last one that dropped, that was one that was a recommendation, was Antrim.
That's right.
Our listener Tiff, local listener Tiff, messaged Madness about that, and we just added to the list. And when we got to it, of course, we're gonna do an episode.
Also, stuff that hasn't come out yet. We get into now where you start getting multiple horror movies. If there's ones that coming out that you're really curious about,
we can put that at the list.
Yeah,
we'll put that on top to make sure that because we're gonna watch it anyway.
Because not every movie that comes out in theaters, by the way, we're checking out.
No,
yeah,
no, like I don't. No. I think listeners could tell about that because I think there's like 3 we haven't covered so far this year. They're like, man, it's
more than 3.
Is it more than 3?
Yeah.
God damn. Fuck. All right. So this survived the chopping block for me. It wrapped up the trilogy nicely. I don't know what he could have done better.
Yeah,
honestly, I don't know what he could have done better.
I can go Pearl, X, this, and like they're all have their really strong points.
Yes,
so.
and I think I need to watch it that way because I've only watched them in the order they've been released, and we know my opinion from the On the Chopping Block about Pearl, which was early 23 when we did that episode. They gave you enough of a backstory about Pearl in X. You knew she was crazy. Clearly, she'd kill people. Clearly she's in there just combing her fucking hair 3,000 times, and
I think of the 3 movies, like Pearl's probably the most like well shot.
Oh, it's a beautiful film.
It's beautiful.
Like as a film, it is a good film. I do not. If it had come out first, I know I would have a different opinion of it.
It's almost its own movie because the other 2, like I said, I feel like Ty West leaned into kind of a Texas Chainsaw feel for X,
yeah.
And then like a De Palma feel for Maxine.
Mm-hmm.
So Pearl does stand on alone. I can't go, that I have feelings.
I mean, Pearl has a really big, to me, like Wizard of Oz feel, like that whimsical,
right?
Hollywood, because color films had just come out, and like shit like that, right? World War I, right? So,
yeah. Or I was saying, if I don't do all 3, I'd almost just do a double feature and do like
X and Maxine.
Well, I would say Dress to Kill and Maxine.
Oh, Dress to Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
And do a little compare and contrast,
Yeah. Oh no, fuck yeah, no, that would be a good double feature. Fuck yeah, it would. Because guys, if you haven't seen Dress to Kill, hit us up. Let us know. We'll rewatch that gladly and do an episode on that. That'd be cool to bring in some older films for people.
Yeah.
Too. So, so for me, it's X, Maxine, Pearl.
Yeah.
In order of how I think
I'd go the same way.
Like I've watched X, like I said, only once, and I've seen Maxine only once. So that's a no rewatch.
Almost 3 different genres.
Yeah.
X is definitely your horror movie.
Yeah.
You got your kills.
Yeah.
Again, Maxine I put as more of a thriller. And like Pearl is almost just like this sad drama that has kills in it, but I wouldn't even put it as a thriller or horror movie. There's some other category where you're just seeing the descent of someone's mind,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
It's definitely horror. It's just like it's a different version of horror.
Yeah.
I would say Pearl's still a horror film.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a crazy acid trip of a horror film.
It's not out there like X.
No,
X
no,
is
no.
They're stabbing people with fucking pitchforks. I mean, they're going at it. So,
but she's and she's just having a huge breakdown. So I mean, you could say that's a Psycho-esque type of horror, right?
That's
Shit
true.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they're going for a '60s vibe. Maybe definitely not going for a Hitchcockian vibe in Pearl though. I don't get that at all. No. So. But yeah, so and it might shift where Maxine might take over X, do rewatches. I don't know because I've only seen every film once.
That's true, and it passes for me, and I'll definitely say the same thing. I'm gonna probably own it when it comes out.
They need to come. I hope they come out with a set. I haven't bought any of them yet because I knew there was a.
They got to.
And I'm waiting for the set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But all right, folks, that is it. And until we talk to you again, embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.